or learn the laws of Pesach. This is from section 429, Chaim. In these generations, when a sage does not primarily teach his students Torah law, because everything is written down in text, it is a mitzvah for every individual to study the laws of Pesach or any festival before the festival, until the person is thoroughly knowledgeable concerning these laws and knows what actions he must carry out. Our teacher Moshe established the practice of the Jewish people, for the Jewish people, that the sage of every town should lecture to the residents of his town on every festival concerning the unique dimension of that day and the miracle that transpired on that day. For example, on Pesach, the sage should discuss the exodus from Mitzrayim. On Shavuos, the sage should discuss the giving of the Torah, and on Sukkot, the sage should discuss the clouds of glory that surrounded the Jews during their journey through the desert. On each festival, the sage should also lecture to the residents of his town concerning the laws they need to know for that day, teaching them what is permitted on that day and what is prohibited on that day. The sage should teach the resident of his town the laws of Pesach on Pesach, the laws of Shavuos on Shavuos, and the laws of Sukkot on Sukkot. Even though he lectured to the resident of his town concerning the laws of the festival 30 days before the festivals, he still has to repeat it when it comes to the festival itself. In the present era, it is not customary to lecture on the laws of the festival on the festival itself, since everything is written in text. Instead, the lecture should be a Agada, which is refers to the non-legal aspect of not the legal dimension of Torah study, including the interpretation of verses, the stories of biblical figures, and later sages' homiletical, allegorical lessons, and the like. In nature, focusing on the theme of the day, as will be explained in section 529. It is a universally accepted custom throughout the Jewish people that every community levies a tax on the inhabitants of their town for the purpose of purchasing wheat for Pesach, what we call mois chitim, and distributing it to the poor inhabitants of the town. Anyone living in the town for 12 months is considered a resident of the town and is obligated to pay the tax together with the other town folk. Even Torah scholars who are exempt from other taxes must pay their share of this levy, since this levy is tzedakah. Any poor person who lives in the town for 12 months is considered as one of the local poor, and the townfolk are obligated to provide him with wheat for Pesach. In the present era, because of the many hardships and tribulations of the diaspora, it has become customary to reduce that period from 12 months to 30 days. Anyone who dwells in a town for 30 days is considered as an inhabitant of the town and is compelled to contribute with the townspeople for the purpose of purchasing mois chitim, wheat for Pesach. Similarly, any poor person who dwells in a town for 30 days is considered as one of the local poor, and the inhabitants of the town are obligated to provide him with mois chitim, with wheat for Pesach. Bruchim to you.
We'll see you tomorrow.